Okay, thank everyone. I am Stephen Lee, Design Director at Design Melbourne. I'm also a conceptual designer for this project, which is the Academy for Battle. So for those of you who don't know what Academy is, basically it's an education program or group that actually provides really high level education for teachers. And so they're basically teaching the teachers at a really high level, and it's an amazing initiative that we had the opportunity to be involved in to create a youth centre for probably a role in similar to throughout Victoria. So this is for it's in a great position, and obviously in the heart of the Treasury precinct. So this is like a building, a location in the precinct that has a lot of value and a lot of importance from local Melbourne point of view, but also I think have a lot of culture and absolutely out reuse of the building. And so like I think a real pleasure to be involved in, and really not as practice we really need. It's the pressure was on doing this both in terms of bringing the building back to life, but also the role and use for this building is going to be. So I won't dwell a lot in the context and urban design. Really want to focus more on the buildings for the heritage, but if I have to say it's quite random, as you can see there, but it did offer lots of different approaches and opportunities for the positive trait and identity. So while there wasn't a lot of external work done for this project, it was primarily an internal project. How we nuance entries and wayfinding and just slightly the heritage from a point of view of real history of building. If you see there, it's actually one of the very first buildings in the Treasury Reserve precinct. It was the thing that is a printing office, but it was built as a Victorian printing office. And in 1853, maybe in the Renaissance, I think it did that with Fridays. The architect project also did the Treasury building. Right. So yeah, a lot of layers in history we work with over the years. I think the printing office moved out in the 1950s, and then various other government offices and different things building their seats in this country. And there's a lot of rich history to draw on in terms of the history that has the printing office and from conceptual and point of view, and that was a great starting point. Don't get a lot into that, but with the printers guilds and that link that potentially back to higher education is a really important one, as well as the physical fabric and that's few really quick shots of what it looked like a couple of years ago. The 90s was the 90s rebuild, I think was the most recent on the right. The lower level, lots of opportunity with basements and those brickwork. But as you can see on the left, a lot of the original volumes and cornicing and circular motifs were covered up by documents. So that was one of the things. Quickly we run through 6 key principles, which really informed both the return on the lightwell project, but it's really inspiring the way that we worked with the client at quite an intellectual conceptual level. They really pushed it, which was really pleasing to make sure that the principles were absolutely visible and right to the project rather than just printing marks and they give it some. And coincidentally, for them today, the heritage story is the one. How could we celebrate, connect to the story of the land, the building? And I have to say, unfortunately, during the circumstances, primarily due to the COVID period, that we weren't able to do as much consultation we would have liked to, particularly from the First Nations point of view. And that we'll come back to that. Secondly, a learning journey. So not enough just to create education spaces. What was actually the natural experience involved feeling through the building? They're really keen to create a path that symbolises the academy, both physically and I guess from an educational point of view, that it was a place that would come and go, even if you're not where it was for it had to be of the highest quality in terms of really going. We had to put everything into it in terms of our knowledge of latest educational precedent and get the flow of learning and knowledge of change well. needed to embed a lot of community and cultural awareness. And then finally, particularly again in the terms of the disability and adequate resilient approach, flexibility, change. And we'd like to think that this project and these insertions that we've done are there for the longer term, but also they're really easy to pull out and not have to go through what we've done again in terms of rectifying the very fabric. So a lot of effort to the base building and the compliance for the fit out and really for the resin insertion. That's a really great one that's there for a long time, but not one that's going to happen at the same level of we go back through it. Okay, big idea, overall conceptual framework that came out of that briefing in this context was one that explored some really high level ideas around past, present, and future, but also tried to use that into the three-story interconnected volumes of the building. So the aim was to loosely zone the three levels around educational outcomes, but also put that forward in terms of what that symbolically represents, both to the educators, but also for the building. We actually come in at the mid-level, and we talked about that when related to the present, how that related to equity, social interactions, as the community here and now coming together. The lower level, for obvious reasons, with the basements and the connection to land, talk to the origins, some of the landscape, the origins of the printing, the profession's history, etc. And then finally, the upper level, where the vast majority of the really interactive teaching spaces and the high-level innovation happened, was about the future, creating thinking, visionary spaces. Also, there's lots of light and outlook there as well, so that notion of future and outlook to the building. Linking it all through the middle, we were serving a new stair and a landscape experience. So that became the real linking space through these three levels. So, okay. So now I'm really going to just go through the visual slide. So this is how let the building speak for itself. They're very much about narrative experience, how the meaning and symbolism could be carried through both in terms of the architectural form and expression of the curves and the circles, but also the printing. So level 1, before, after, arrival experience, entry, lounge spaces, very interactive, old and new, with painted cast iron columns. The existing fabric is actually fire clear, so that was another challenge really onto that existing fabric. So inserting studio elements before and after, ground floor, before and after, and then through to the upper level as well.